Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. Now in this section we have a question on discrete variable. So let's quickly look at the question here. Now the question says the grade from a student class for the first test are given by. So we have in each and every case we are given the probability of for each and every grade, and then also the first question says we should find the mean here, and then also we should find the variance, and then we are given sub questions. So let's look at how we can solve this. So in the first place, this is a discrete variable, and therefore we know that this is a PMF. Now for us to state whether this is a PMF or a PDF, if you look at the three conditions for PMF, the first condition says state that the summation of all the s values should be equal to 1, and then also if you from here, if we sum the whole of that, we have 3 plus 2, which is 5, plus 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 divided by 15 gives us 1. So it satisfies this condition. Now the second condition says that the probability S should be greater or equal to 0. And then from here, as you can see, so basically from here you can see that if you look at the P of S values, they are within 0 or they are greater. And then the third condition states that we have the probability, it should be within this range, and as you can see, the P of S values are within this range. They are within the 0 point something range. So since it satisfies all these conditions, and therefore we can conclude that the distribution over here is a PMF, which is the probability mass function. Now since the PMF, and the first question says that what is the mean, so now the first question says that what is the mean. So to find the mean here, which is given by mu, so from here we have to get a mean, is just a summation of all the x and that of the P of x. So what we are doing is that we are summing that of we are summing the product of x and that of P of x. So in this case we can have something like over 3, which is basically equal to, so from here we have the mean here, or just E of x here being equal to 239 divided by 3, which is just equal to 79.67 in this case. So that will be our that will be the mean. And the next question says we should find the variance. So we are given we should find the variance here, variance of s, which is given by that, and then the variance here is just similar to that of the mean, but just that there are some kind of difference between them. So we have the summation of s squared P of x here minus that of the mean squared in this case. So in this case what we have to do is to, so in this case what we are doing is to sum in the s cube in each and every case multiplied by P of x, and then from there we are going to subtract it from the from that. So for the summation of s squared P of x here, we are going to have everything to be, so the s values multiplying by P of x. If we do the whole of that, then we should get something close to 57,5797.0844. Yeah, so that will be the that is for the summation of s squared multiplied by p of x in this case. Now you know the variance here is just equal to that p of s minus mu squared. So in this case we have 5797.0844 here minus the mu. Now the mu was what we got when we did find the mean, so we have 79.6567 all squared here, and that doing the whole of that should give you negative 549.6933 here. So that will be the variance. Now let's look at the next one. Now the B part says that we should find the probability. So the next question says we should find the probability that 96 here is less than s, which is also less than 99. Less than 99. So in this case, before we solve something like this, let's try and write out the possible values of x that needs to be included. So we're saying that 96 is less than s, which is also less than 99. So since it is less than s, which means that the 96 probability for 96 is out, and then also the probability for 99 is also out. So it is in between 96 and also 99. And then if you look at the whole thing again here, now we have 96 here, and then we have 99 here. So the values will be between 87, which is from here all the way to 74. So we have that one to be there. 87 is just 2/15 here, plus the next one is the 65, which is 1/15, and then plus the next one, which is 49, which is also 1/15 in this case, and then plus the next one, which is 77, 2/15, and then the last one, which is 74, which is the 1/15. And then when we sum the whole of that, we should get 2 plus 3 plus 1, 4 plus 2, 6, and then 7. So we should get 7/15, which is equal to 0.467 in this case. Now the C part says we should find the probability that s is less or equal to 65. So the possible values here will just be values which are less or equal to 65, and then from the table we can see that the possible values in this case are so we have 65, which is here, so they are less than less or equal to 65. So the possible values are just these three here. So we have it to be 3/15 plus 2/15 plus 1/15, which is just equal to 6/15. 6/15 is just 2 goes here, 3 goes here, 2, it goes here, 5. So we have 2/5, which is just equal to 0.4 in this case. Good. Now the last part of the question is D, which we are to find the variance. So the last part says you should find the variance of f of s, where we are given that f of s here equal to 4x. So over here we're going to use the properties of variance. So if you have the variance of, let's say here, f of x, which is just being equal to 4x here, then so something like this we just, so let's write it this way, f of x here, which will be equal to the variance of 4 of x. So this is just going to give us in variance we are only interested in the x. So we consider the 4 here as a constant, so we bring the 4 out as a constant, and then we square it in the case of variance. So we have the variance of s here now. So 14 squared is just 16, and then the variance of x. Now we calculated for the variance of s. That was the after we calculated for the mean. So the variance of s here we had to be we had the variance to be negative 549.69333. So from here our the variance of f of x here will just be the product of, so it is 547.6, and then when we compute the whole of that, we are just going to get negative 87963.09093. Yeah, so that would be the variance of f of x. So thank you very much for joining me in this session. I hope this session was helpful. If you are new here, please subscribe and also hit the notification bell to be notified anytime we post a new video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next section, which is just a part 2 of this.